Whew. Man, that was dreadful. Arsenal lose in our second Champions League game of the season, away at Lens, losing 2-1. We just didn't look up for it. Lens looked the better team, they looked the more organized team, they pressed really well, and we just looked flustered and not hungry. Just didn't play to the standards that we've seen all season. Really disappointed with the team, really disappointed with the performance of the team. Yeah, it felt like nothing went our way and we just were not good enough. For the starting 11, in goal we had Raya, which again proves my point that Ramsdale is the second choice keeper. I'm still of the firm belief, especially after that performance, that Ramsdale should at least be a 50-50 keeper, should be the first choice keeper in my opinion, but you have to play him 50-50 all the time. You can't let Raya be the starting keeper all the time. I just disagree with that. Tomiyasu got a start over Ben White to give Ben some rest ahead of City on the weekend, so I had no issue with that. The rest of the backline was normal, which I thought was kind of strange considering we had City coming up, you wanted more rest, but fair enough. The midfield was the normal preferred midfield of Arteta, which would be Odegaard, Rice and Havertz. Again, I don't know if I would have started all of them. Obviously hindsight's 2020, but I think for me at least either Vieira or Smith Rowe would have started in that midfield, either given Odegaard or Havertz a rest. I don't know, maybe Jorginho could have started. Saka and Jesus both started, which I'm sure took no one by surprise, even after that little injury doubt for Saka. I did say in my pre-match that Saka should start if he's fully fit. Wouldn't mind resting him, but I understand if he started. If he was fully fit. We'll get to that, but if he was fully fit. Don't understand why he started when he clearly wasn't. But regardless, also I was very happy to see Trossard back in the starting 11 after his little minor injury. First of all, credit to the Lens fans. The atmosphere looked electric. I mean, considering they have been out for 21 years of the Champions League, I think it's more than expected. So going to the game, in the 4th minute, Lens had a good chance on goal after some poor defending in the Arsenal box. That's going to be a common theme throughout the game. They dragged the shot just wide. I mean, looking back at it realistically, Raya probably would have saved it, but regardless, wasn't a bad first effort for the home team. Right after that, they had another good chance at goal, beautiful cross from Lens, and they just dragged their header wide. Early on, they were setting the pace. Must be one of the first games of the season where we didn't actually look the better team in the beginning, where we didn't have much success. We were struggling to get the ball. We were struggling to play out from the back. We struggled. Lens pressed us really well. Lens closed down the spaces really well. They made it very difficult for us. But eventually we kind of started to weather the storm. Saka wins a loose ball in the midfield and played a through ball, which was a beautiful one, to Jesus, who had an absolutely faultless finish into the bottom corner. Beautiful finish from Jesus to send us 1-0 up inside 15 minutes. After that, Raya just gave up a nonchalant pass. Lens stole it and broke, and then, to be fair, they had a beautiful finish on that. Nothing Raya could have done save-wise about that. Lens did very well there to capitalize on Raya's sloppiness, on our sloppiness. Don't understand what he was doing. Was he caught in too much? Was he trying to clear the ball? Was he trying to play the ball? I don't know. Was he overconfident? Very, very poor from Raya. This happens. It's football. Mistakes are made. But I think this is my thing, right? If Ramsdale had made that mistake, all these Raya fans will be on Ramsdale's back about, oh, this Raya is better, this Raya is better. But now Raya makes a mistake and, unlucky. No, I'm a Ramsdale fan, I'll admit that, but I don't mind. If Raya's the better keeper, Raya's the better keeper. But this is why I'm saying, how can you just put in Raya, who may be better with the ball at feet, but not by a huge amount? How can you just unsettle the whole back line, unsettle the whole goalkeeping room for David Raya? Of course, it's easier said now, the fact that he's made his mistake, but to me, it's something I've stuck by the whole time. I just don't understand it. Kind of do at the same time, but I don't know. I just don't think Ramsdale's getting a fair shake here. Ramsdale's getting the short end. I just don't think it's fair. But anyway, moving back onto the game. After the sloppiness from us, the game was kind of just 50-50, sort of how it was for the whole first half. Then something you don't want to see. Saka pulls up and goes off injured for Vieira in the 32nd-ish minutes, more or less. Again, if Saka isn't fit, why the hell is he playing? We have an extremely important game on Sunday against the treble winners in Man City. Our star boy, our best player of the season, or one of our best players of the season, had a little injury in our previous game. We're playing Lons on a Tuesday night. We just played on the Saturday, and you still want to start him. Not even bring him off the bench. You want to start him. And now he gets injured. Hopefully it's not a bad one. I mean, I don't know. But I don't think he makes it for City. And if he does, he's not going to be fully fit. Horrible decision from Arteta. The moment I saw a starting 11, I wasn't happy. I did say I wanted Saka to start, but I thought if he was fully fit. Clearly he wasn't. He pulled up. He went out and Vieira came in. Again, why Vieira came in over someone like Reece Nelson, who's a more suited winger, beats me, but it is what it is. Really frustrated about that. I think it makes it way worse, even the fact that we lost as well. Lons, after that though, had some good pressing throughout, as they throughout the whole game, but throughout the first half in particular, making it really uncomfortable for us to play with the ball and forcing us to hurry the tempo. Very good play from Lons for the first half. To be fair, they disrupted our play and deserved to go in at least equal at the break. Fair play to Lons. That first half performance in particular in my mind sticks out. We started off the second half looking a little more composed. We had that chance where Havertz fed Trossard, who had a beautiful fake shot to cut inside, and Lons were quite fortunate not to concede there. I think it came off the keeper, then ricocheted to the defender, then they cleared it. It was a whole mess, but they were quite fortunate not to concede there. Lons then went back to testing our back line and our defensive set pieces, where at the time we did quite well. Gabriel then had a really poor pass that Lons again capitalized on, and they were just millimeters away from taking the lead. We were killing ourselves. We were shooting ourselves in the foot throughout the whole game, and that Gabriel pass, that Raya pass, those are perfect examples of what I'm saying. We were just not doing enough. On the ball, off it, we were just not doing enough, just not looking good enough. Simple as that. Declan Rice then put in a wonderful cross that went out for a corner. Odegaard then put in an amazing ball from that corner into the box that landed at the feet of Tomiyasu at the edge of the 6-yard box. And had he put it either side of the keeper, that's a goal. Really unlucky not to score there. I know Tomiyasu isn't a striker, but he should have done better. He just should have. Really close to a goal. Tomiyasu should have scored there to put us in the lead and at the same time open up his account for Arsenal, which surprised me, by the way. He still hasn't scored for us. Lons then had some really good play and build-up play after that. And after some poor defending, why he found himself unmarked in the box and just strokes it home to be 2-1 up midway through the second. I don't understand what we were doing defensively. How can you allow their main striker to have that much space in our box late in the second half? It boggles my mind. In the Champions League game as well, boggles my mind. Really not what you want, considering now we had to chase the game. We couldn't rest any of our good players. It was a shit show. Straight up like that. It was just a shit show. We then brought on Smith Rowe and Nelson for Trossard and Havertz in hopes that they could find us something, I guess. But afterwards, Lons just sat back and tempted us to try to break down the strong defense they had, which, to be fair, they did really well throughout the game defensively. We then saw a beautiful long ball from Rice that met Nelson perfectly in his path. We passed around a little bit, did well to find Nketiah, who whipped in a ball, and we were so close to equalizing there, inches away. But a Lons defender blocked it and cleared it at the same time. Really good defending there from Lons again. The ball then gets pinged around and Lons get rid of it through a free kick. What. Really close and really frustrating yet again. It's just a tale of the game, I suppose, that chance. And Tomiyasu then wins us a free kick that is a little far out for a direct shot, but a decent enough area to test Alon's defense, maybe with a good ball in. That's the word, good. Was a horrible ball from Vieira. Found no one in the box. Just sailed over everyone. We had corners where we sent up Raya, which was quite exciting, for nothing to happen. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just recording this right after the game, so maybe I'm a little, I don't know, on edge or something, but I just really feel we should have won the game, or at least taken a draw. To be honest, a draw wouldn't have been the worst result considering we're away from home. We have a big game coming up, and it's a Champions League game. I know there's still 4 more Champions League games to play in the group. It's not really the end of the world. We've probably beat them 9 times out of 10, but fair play to them. Back in the Champions League 21 years, and they get a win over us. Good for them. Really upset though. I think this is a game we should have won. I'm sure no one can disagree about that. As far as people saying Arteta doesn't know how to set up a team for European football, well, that's just not true, because we saw us do so well against PSV. It just wasn't good enough though. I think straight up like that, it wasn't good enough. Maybe a lot of our players had one eye on Man City. I don't know. I'm grieving right now. I'm grieving. I think we should have won this game, let alone got a draw. But now we walk away with nothing. And yeah, it's quite embarrassing. We should have done better. I'm not happy with the output from anyone. No one played up to the standards that we expect of them. And yeah, I guess that's just how the game goes. We now lick our wounds and we go on to Sunday. Yes, to face Man City. How exciting. Anyway, guys, let me know what do you guys made of the performance? Who do you think played well? Who do you think played badly? Let me know what you think about the Saka injury. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.